What's up, guys? NBA Talk. Here with the last video of the night, and it is official. It is official. The round one playoffs, the round one games, round one series that's been going on is officially done. Now we're moving on to round two. Um, the Toronto Raptors were able to beat the Indiana Pacers to move on. It was 89 to 84. It was I kind of gave up. I'm not gonna lie. I gave up on the Indiana Pacers in the fourth quarter until they started to build it back up. I'm like, wow, I did not expect that to happen. I really did not expect that to happen. All of a sudden they just slowly but surely coming back until like, bring back the starters because this team, these Indiana Pacers are not playing around. They're not going out like that, and that's exactly how it went down. It went down to the wire. The Indiana Pacers had a chance to tie. Well, at least keep the attack going where you had Paul George throwing the alley oop to I'm not sure who. I don't know if it was Turner or Miami. Um, he tried to do an alley oop, but someone, I don't know who was it. I think that was Valanciunas. Did a under, basically just pushed him in midair. That should have been called. It was no call on it. There should have been a call on that one. That was a clear push in midair. That should have been called. Shoot. So that's pretty much it. That was stupid no call to be a fact. Stupid no call from the refs for that. Um, it was led by Toronto for most of the game. Um, uh, Indiana had their ups and downs, a lot of downs because they were just killing them. Um, Shoot, man. So let's look at the stats. We have Paul George with 26 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals. He did turn the ball over 7 times. Uh, that was a huge bad thing from him. Yeah, Miles Turner not doing good on the offensive end. 2 out of 11, 6 rebounds. He did pick up 4 block shots. That was a big time for him. Um, 15 points from Monta Ellis. He also picked up 7 assists. Yeah, being the point guard for this team, passing the ball, being the playmaker, pretty good for him. George Hill, he wants to show up now. 19 points, 2 assists, 8 out of 11 shooting, 3 out of 4 from the 3-point range. You have a couple players. You have Ronnie Sucky with 9 points. Actually, he's the only one. Never mind that. 46% from the field overall. 47% for the 3-point range. They were killing it from there, especially Paul George. 12 assists, 38 rebounds, 13 turnovers. It was a tough ride for the Indiana, man. They fought hard. They did not want to lose. So let's look at the Toronto, who were held down badly, even though they were leading the most of the game. No one really having a all-time big game or decent game other than DeRozan, who didn't really shoot that well either. Yeah, Darrell Carl with 3 points. That's it. He played good defense, very good defense, guarding Paul George all night long. But Paul George had his way too. 2 block shots from him as well from Carl. Patrick Patterson, he did well for the 3-point range. 3 out of 5. He had 11 points overall. You had 10 points for Valanciunas. He also picked up 15 rebounds. This guy has been consistent all night long when it comes to producing. You have 30 points from DeMar DeRozan. 10 out of 32, which is not pretty good, but overall scoring was a must for him. Kyle Lowry not showing up at all. 5 out of 14, 11 points. He picked up 9 assists as well. And we have a couple players. We have Corey Joseph with 8 assists. No, shoot, 8 points. Sorry, 8 points, 4 assists. You have Powell, this boy. This I think he's a rookie. He did very very good in this game. 13 points. Uh, he's shown himself to be a very reliable person coming off the bench, picking up a lot of minutes. Um, actually taking a lot of Terrence Ross minutes. Actually, you have Biombo with 11 rebounds, and that's pretty much it. The Toronto Raptors shot less than them. 38% from the field overall, less than the Indiana Pacers. 33% from the three-point range, less than the Indiana Pacers. 76% from the free throw line, less than the Indiana Pacers. They picked up the rebounds more, 49. More assists, 21. More steals with 7. Less turnovers with 8 turnovers. And more blocks, 7 block shots. So there were instances where Indiana was much better, and there were instances where Toronto was better. So it's pretty much a shoot, man. It was down to the wire. A very good, tense game. Unfortunately, Indiana, you're gone next season, man. But you put on a good show. Paul George proved himself to be a very good. He is a superstar, for sure. He's proven that. In my eyes, he's proven that. And I think in everyone's eyes, he's proven that he is the guy for the Indiana Pacers. They need to do better for that backcourt, though. They've been inconsistent all the time. They need to be more scoring for someone else other than Paul George. He cannot be the only one scoring all the time because their defense is potent. They're great on defense. It's their offense is just sucks. Shoot, man. They have shooters off the bench, and they didn't even show up tonight. Toronto, great job on the defensive end. That's pretty much what saved their behinds. Kyle Lowry, DeRozan needs to play better. They need to be leaders in order to move on because they're facing the Miami Heat, who are on a roll. So they need to step it up. Valanciunas has played his butt off. He's doing good. The bench for most of the series have been playing very great. Very great for them. Picking up the slack for DeRozan and Kyle Lowry on the offensive end as well. So that's it. DeRozan, you gotta step it up. You gotta put up these numbers at least 20 per game. Kyle Lowry, the same thing. You averaging 20 points per game. I know they're capable of doing that. They just did not have their way. And I know that Indiana pretty much shows that they have good guard play when it comes to the backcourt. They can guard any top tier superstars in the backcourt like Kyle Lowry and DeRozan. But next time, DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, you need to step it up. Kyle Lowry, you have a great matchup for Gordon Dragic because you're facing the Miami Heat next. So Kyle Lowry, I put him above on Dragic, and it will be a fantastic matchup between DeRozan and D Wade, whose styles are pretty much similar, very very similar. So it will be a very fantastic meetup between DeRozan and D Wade. Carl has his hands full with dealing with Luol Deng and Joe Johnson, Patrick Patterson as well, because you're gonna end up having to move to the 3-point line, or like guard the 3-point line because they have the spacing. They got the 3-point shooters out there, and you have Hassan Whiteside could pretty much go toe to toe with Valanciunas. So there's a lot of mismatches and advantages for both teams. So Miami Heat versus Toronto Raptors will be the next one, and that'll be it for tonight. For basketball. Tomorrow, round 2 is on their way. we have Atlanta Hawks versus Cleveland Cavaliers, Game 1. So that'll be tomorrow. And Oklahoma City Thunder versus San Antonio Spurs, Game 2, after that huge loss from Oklahoma City Thunder. San Antonio Spurs look to pretty much deliver more damage, a lot of damage. So that's it for me. Good night, everybody, from all my basketball fans. That's a wrap for round 1. That's it. Round 1 is officially done. Round 2 is officially on its way. So, good night, everybody.